Hello, what is up, my people? I'm making a video today, which hasn't happened for a while, but I'm feeling inspired to share a bit of what's going on over here. Because the original plan that I had for my videos was to share the realities and some of the challenges, struggles, lessons, and awesomeness of life as a traveling human, which is what I am, a traveling human. Slash digital nomad is another term you may sometimes hear. People that are living abroad and working from their laptops and doing the things. So, as you know, it is a very glamorized type of lifestyle. And that being said, it's not always paradise. And I just wanted to share, some of the lessons that are coming up for me in life and travel and just to share a little bit of what's real. That's just what's inspiring me today. So the topic I want to talk about is, I'm not even sure yet. I'll probably think of a title for the video, but I'm just going to jam a little bit on what's going on and what I'm learning from it. And it has to do with seeking stability and seeking a home and seeking to settle in the midst of all this travel. You might think that's crazy, right? You might think, wow, why would you want to settle when you have the chance to travel? If you can live and work on your laptop and make money anywhere and have all these different experiences and adventures, like, why would you want to be settled? And that is a question I also was pondering, because I love to travel and my heart just seeks adventure. But I'll just give you a little bit of background of what the past few months have been like for me. Well, long story short, I was in Costa Rica over November and got hit by a wave when I was there, which was super random, and it broke my leg. Yeah. So I had a knee surgery in Costa Rica. Then I came home for the holidays and healed my leg. And while I was there, I really started to understand this feeling of home and stability. And finally, after 6 years, but specifically the past 2 or 3 years, which have been so transient, I had a chance to stop and become stable. And, it was home, so it wasn't my own space or it wasn't my independent life, but I really enjoyed having a space that was just, home, and I could create and really sink in and not have to constantly worry about where am I going to find food, where am I going to find shelter, where am I going to find fresh water and laundry. And these are all things that travelers have to think about all the time is, how am I going to get my basic needs met? And it started to dawn on me that when we don't have our basic needs met in a very simple way, we're not able to climb the ladder higher. So we're not able to then move on to building deep and meaningful relationships, and then deep and meaningful work, and then contribution, so making a difference in the world, and then self-actualizing ourselves, so achieving our potential, these are all things that are super important to me. And so I started to feel a little bit frustrated with this life that I've built for myself, which is very transient, right? So I spent some of the year in Chiang Mai. I mean, just the past year, if I were to go back over the past year, it was or year and a half, like Bali, Thailand, India for yoga teacher training, Thailand, studying Ayurveda, and then Bali for the retreat I worked on, back to Thailand, and then Portland for Seattle, Portland, Vancouver, the West Coast where I'm from, and then Costa Rica. So I was very ready to get settled. So after my leg got healed, I traveled to Bali to stay for a while in a co-living house, the Thrive Hive, with some great friends. And, just some things happened there. So after a month, I unexpectedly had to leave earlier than expected because the passport people didn't stamp my passport hard enough to read the numbers. So basically the visa guy is like, well, you either need to leave now or you might get your passport back in a month or something. It was going to take a lot longer. So I was like, cool, have to keep traveling. So I went to Penang, Malaysia, and applied for a Thai visa and really just wanted to get to Chiang Mai. The Chiang Mai is where my home base has been for the last 3 years or so. I've been living out of here for quite a bit. So I was really excited to get to Chiang Mai. And so I finally got here last week, and I sort of underplayed in my mind the smoky season, which is very real and it's very smoky right now. So most people who live in Chiang Mai who can live remotely, work remotely, they go south because it's not smoky down there. And here it is super smoky, and I'm probably breathing in lots of bad stuff every day. So that felt really frustrating to me yesterday when I realized I've done all these things. All I want is to find a place. I'm staying in my friend's beautiful, amazing apartment, which is so nourishing. And I feel like I have to leave because the air sucks. It's like being in China or something. And I'm just like, when do I get to feel settled? Ah! So maybe that's what the point of this video is. It's me expressing frustration at not feeling settled. And maybe for those of you who maybe you're also needing to feel settled, this will resonate with you. And maybe those of you who might see my life and think that I'm just traveling all the time and having a great time. Yes, it is a great time. But yes, I also want to be settled and I'm sick of moving around. So long story short is I did cave. I bought a ticket to Krabi for tomorrow. And it's so ridiculously cheap to travel here. Like each plane ticket was $30. So going to Krabi for 10 days. I'm going to escape the heat and I'm going to stay in a hostel, right? So no more beautiful apartment. I'm going to be in a box. It's literally called the Boxtel Hostel. Going to have a box all to myself. Yeah, so after this little trip, I'm ready to feel settled. Just wanted to share that. It is so important to have a home base. It's so important to find that in yourself. And so another thing this is bringing up is that maybe we create home in ourselves. So maybe even if we're living our lives out of a backpack, where is it? That backpack. Even if I'm living out of that, and even if you're living out of whatever, you can find home in yourself. This is what this is all about, is creating that feeling of stability for ourselves. And maybe I'm not there yet, and I'm okay with that, and I'm sharing that because I have needed a space to be mine for more than a month in order to feel stable. And the universe is telling me that that's not happening yet. I'm leaving again, and I really don't want to. That is my truth. So the universe is telling me that I need to get my shit together and find that home in here if I'm ever going to have a chance of feeling at home anywhere. And maybe this can speak to you in some way if you are feeling unsettled, if you're feeling like you're seeking that home in another person, in a place, in a job. What if that isn't the answer? Because chances are it's not. Where can you create that sense of home, that place to come back to, that no matter where you are or who you're with, whether you're with your partner or not, whether you're in your job or not, if everything falls apart in life, where are you going to go to make sure that you're home? That is the question that I ask you today as I pack my backpack for the a millionth time and head on another plane tomorrow. I ask you to find that home because that's what I'm going to be working on. So thanks for listening to my story. It feels good to express. And maybe I'll send you another video, internet, from Krabi. Not from my box, but from the beach. Okay, bye for now.